If you're thinking about selling your home in the declining market of 2022, there are 5 improvements you need to make to your home to ensure that you sell for the highest price possible. My name is Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group, and today I want to share with you the 5 improvements you really need to make if you're going to sell your home here in the second half of 2022, where values are declining. Because when values are declining, you got a lot more competition. If you sold a year ago, you were the only show in town. Now there's a ton of other homes for sale. You got a lot of competition. So you've got to make your home stand out from the competition to become the obvious choice. So I'm gonna hit on 5 specific things that you need to do. And now this goes without saying, you need to depersonalize, you need to declutter, right? Like we all know that. We actually have a interior designer on our team here at Whissel Realty Group. So anytime you sell your home with us, she's gonna come out to the house. She's gonna walk through the house with you, give you a ton of pointers, depersonalize this, declutter this, move this, clean this up, right? So that's more of a setting the stage of the home. For us, that's just an automatic, right? We're gonna do that on every home that we list. If you're talking to another agent, they don't offer that. I don't know if that's an agent you wanna work with. But that's something that we include here at Whissel Realty Group. But I wanna go beyond that. What are the things that you actually should spend money on to improve your home to make it as attractive as possible to buyers? And so number 1, most important thing on the entire list, I'm gonna start with, and then the second most important thing, I'm gonna save to the end so that you stay, right? I need you to watch the whole video because the platform you're watching this on gives me credit the longer you watch. So hey, I'm just gonna be honest, hang until the end and I'll give you number 2. So number 1 on the list, I wanna give you value right out of the gate. You have to finish unfinished projects. So important, because here's the problem. Buyers churn molehills into mountains all the time. And what I mean by that is they could see the smallest little thing, like maybe you have an outlet cover that's cracked and half of it is gone and now you can see the electrical wires behind it. The buyer assumes the electrical and the entire home needs to get redone because it's totally unsafe, when you could have spent $1 to put a new cover on that outlet. That's what I'm talking about, right? Buyers, they just spiral. They make things into these huge deals that don't really need to be huge deals. You need to eliminate that before it happens. So walk through the house, think about all the different projects that you started that you haven't finished. Another one that really causes a lot of grief is if we look at the ceiling. Maybe you had some lights in the ceiling that you took out, so you patched it, but you never got around to like texturing or painting. Well, guess what happens when a buyer walks through the house, they look up, they see a patch on the ceiling, roof leak. The whole house needs a new roof. I don't know if you know this, but construction costs have gone up. A roof, even on a small house, is like $15,000 today. Bigger house could be upwards of $50,000. All because you replaced a light and forgot to texture and paint the patch on the ceiling. So you've gotta finish unfinished projects. Number 3, and again, I'm gonna come back to 2 at the end. You gotta hang in here. Number 3 on the list, curb appeal. This is so important, especially today. Buyers are so critical that they're looking online, they're looking on their phone, they're looking on their tablet, their laptop, their computer. That first picture's really got to grab a buyer's attention, and that first picture is typically going to be the front of the home. And then a buyer's going to see the home, they're going to go drive by it, see if it, looks as good in real life as it does in the pictures, and that all is about curb appeal. That is a place you want to spend some money. So a lot of times this could be really easy. 1, just take care of the damn lawn, right? If your grass is dead and looks like crap, water it, get it cleaned up. If you have grass that's so far gone and there's no irrigation, you can just put bark in there. Believe it or not, buyers are okay with bark. If you have grass that's not salvageable and you don't want to spend money to put new sod in, just lay a ton of bark. Believe it or not, buyers are okay with bark. We love bark. It's so damn cheap. You buy a huge bag, it's like $5. So if you need to and go from dirt to bark, that's a big improvement, and it's a very inexpensive improvement. If you have planter beds, make sure you refresh the bark in there. And if you need to go bark yard and bark planters, do dark for the yard and light for the planters, or vice versa. Make sure your planters have some fresh plants in them. Make sure there's a little bit of light, a little color, a little energy. That makes a big difference. If you have anything, like stucco cracks, or you have paint that's peeling, like you might need to do some paint work, do some work on that. And then this is a real simple one. Just put a nice welcome mat, a nice fresh welcome mat at the front door, because if somebody comes in and they get to the door for that first time and they're going to be standing there with their realtor who's fumbling around with the keys opening the door, like how nice is it to have a welcome home mat there? Nice, fresh, clean mat. So curb appeal is a huge one. Number 4, and again, we're going out of order. We're coming back to 2. Number 4 is paint. Paint is very inexpensive compared to other improvements that you could make on the home. So we touched a little bit on the outside. If you got cracking, peeling paint, you should take care of that. It's probably going to get called out in the appraisal anyway. But inside as well, if you have tons of different paint colors, or you have, maybe you had a little girl's room, a little boy's room, and you had a pink room and a purple room and a teal room and a green, nobody wants that. Just come in and refresh the paint. Just do a nice neutral, do Navajo white, do grayish. That's gray and beige mixed together. Yep, that's a real color. It's actually one of the most popular colors there is. Just come in and do some fresh paint. Makes a huge difference, very inexpensive. And if you're on a budget, you might be able to just paint it yourself and save some money. Number 5 on the list is flooring. If you've got really dingy, dark, smelly, ugly carpet, your wood floors or laminate floors are peeling, like you want to replace those. It can make a huge, huge difference. And right now the flooring that's super popular is what's known as LVP, luxury vinyl plank. A lot of times you can lay that right over top of the existing floor, saves a lot of money, less labor, and it's relatively affordable. So flooring can be huge, and carpet is insanely cheap. You're talking hundreds of dollars to carpet a room. That's a very, very worthwhile investment. And then we'll come back. Number 2 on the list, which I think is the second most important, is you've got to complete repairs. If you have things that don't work, you need to fix them. If you have windows that don't close, don't seal, don't lock, fix them. If your windows are foggy, fix them. If you have lights that don't turn on, bulbs that are out, fix them, replace them. You want to complete all of the necessary repairs on the home, because otherwise a buyer is going to come in there and they're going to start adding them up. Oh, I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to do this, I got to do that. No, this is too much. I don't want that. In this market, buyers want move-in ready homes. Make your home as move-in ready as possible. Make it so they don't have to come in and fix all the things that are broken. And that's going to help make your home stand out. So there you go. 5 things you need to do to your home here in 2022 in a declining market if you want to sell. I hope this helps. If you'd love to find out what your home could sell for in this new market, which your value has changed a lot in the last few months, we'd love to come out, give you a free appraisal on your home, help you nail down exactly what it's worth. Give us a call, shoot us a text at the number down below. No obligation, no cost. We'll come out, we'll make it happen. I'm Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group. Thanks for watching.